Well, good morning, friends. Mark Russo here, and you're probably wondering what in the world you're looking at right now. Well, I thought I would do a little video for you today on ball positions versus spine tilts. I think when I give lessons, we'll see a lot of variance in spine tilting and how you should be set up with your spine. And some of my students have a tendency to be incorrect ways. They'll go left if they're a right-handed player with their driver, and then when they set up for short game, they're to the right. So their relationship between the ball position and their spine is really off. And I think it's a really important one that maybe we don't discuss enough in terms of how they're related. So I thought I would create some pictures here for you today using some colors and things so you have something as maybe a reference. So we're going to start with the driver because that's the most fun, right? So ball position, obviously we tee it up. Ball position for most students is going to be forward up off the left heel, maybe even a little more forward if we want to really drive that thing up into the air. But then when we want, you'll see the first stick right here. That's how my spine is going to look. I get a lot of students who are here. That's going to promote a downward strike more often than not. So as a general rule, we're going to get that spine tilted to the right and that ball position forward. Okay, so that's a simple, seems simple, but a lot of times I'm correcting that with students. Ball forward, spine leaning away from the target a little bit. Not a ton, okay, but a little bit. So then we go to a stock iron swing. Now, just so you know, I do teach as a starting baseline, and I always work off a baseline and change for the student. 6 iron down to your wedges, we're going to play in the middle, roughly. And then we're going to start moving up a little bit, 5 iron, working towards the driver. So in this case, I'm showing you a 7 iron ball position and spine setup. So this is my 7 iron. And here's my setup. So you'll see the orange stick, a little more neutral. Maybe a smidge if we were on my K-vest and measuring, we'd have a little bit of spine tilt to the right a little bit, but not a ton. Okay, again, what's the difference? Well, the intention is different. We're trying to hit up on it, or at least level with the driver. We're here, we're gonna try and make a ball first, collect the ball, hit the ground slightly, ever so slightly, and finish. So we're gonna put the spine in a position to help us do that. So now the ball is moving back and the spine is going this direction. So you see where I'm going with this. So there's your stock 7 iron spine and setup position as a baseline. Then we go to the next one. These two are close, but I wanna make sure you understand them. My yellow AVX ball here with the white stick is more of a, we'll call it a finesse wedge, or say 50 yards and out with your wedges, where we're hitting something partial, flighting it, trying to strike it well and control the distance. I like the ball sort of middle, foot flared. I might have a little more weight on my left side because I'm not trying to hit it far, I'm trying to hit it an exact distance. And my spine is going to feel maybe just a little bit like I'm really on top of the ball, maybe leaning a little left. Now, if we were measuring, it may not come out that way, but that's what it's going to feel like. So, feeling real. So, the white stick, we're going to have the spine here just feeling like it's a little this way. I'm trying to strike the ball, not an excessive downward strike, okay? And then we're going to finish out to the target. So, again, flighting the wedge, so now ball position is middle, maybe you could put it back a shade if you needed to, and the spine is really on top of it. And then our last one here, and we've seen this one before if you've watched some of my other short game ones, is I've done a bit of an extreme with this one, but I think it's important for you. If you're short gaming it around the green, say 30 yards and in especially, we're going to move that ball probably middle still. Now we might play it a little forward for some good contact, but we'll get into that later. But we'll just say for the sake of a stock shot right now, we're going to say middle, okay? And then if I'm chipping this, I will move it back. So we'll say middle to back. So here, I'll just put it back for you on this one. I'm going to feel like handle up, a little closer to it for sure. And that spine is going to feel like it's tilted a little bit more and opened. That may be the most important part. A little twisted open here, okay, at setup. So I can make better strikes and pivot and increase my chances for contact. That spine position certainly wouldn't work all the way over here with the driver, right? But I have seen that one. So paint the picture in your mind of what you need to do here in terms of ball position and and spine tilt, okay? And let's make sure you're doing both elements here to increase your chances for making better strikes and hitting the ball where you want it to go. To me, contact is a massive thing. My students know I don't talk about face control or direction, I should say, until you can make good contact. If you can hit the ball really solidly, we can fix directional problems. But a lot of times what I see on the lesson tee is this. These lines get all crossed up relative to their ball positions, and it makes it really difficult for the students to find the ball first, ground second, or hit it on the tee and drive it as far as they could when it's up on the tee with the driver. So hopefully this paints a little better picture for you. Get in front of a mirror, put a ball on the ground, and just move around. Check it out, go face on and see what it looks like to you. And start there. Get this right, and I think you're on a pathway to better golf shots. Hope that helps. See you on the lesson tee.